Head to the North African region, where children are bearing the brunt of the worsening conflict and humanitarian crisis in Sudan. The displacement and separation of families, poor living conditions, and the destruction of a major food factory in Khartoum have put millions of Sudanese children at risk of starvation. Many families have been suffering from malnutrition for several years, but the conflict has made the situation far worse. Let's have more of that in this report.
This is the disruptive reality for hundreds of thousands of families who have been displaced by the conflict since mid-April. Most of them can't afford to keep their children fed, let alone on a balanced diet.
The children here are getting 1 to 2 meals, and they are not nutritious. Some organizations are helping with the food, but the need is big, and this needs a sustainable solution. Children here are starting to get sick, and they're suffering from malnutrition because of the inadequate diet.
Many Sudanese families have been suffering from malnutrition for several years, but the conflict has made the situation far worse.
The only factory manufacturing a nutrient paste for children was destroyed by a fire in the ongoing conflict in Khartoum, and this has put the lives of millions of Sudanese children at risk of malnutrition.
The factory was the only one of its kind in the country and supplied the needs of the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund (UNICEF) and the World Food Programme (WFP) so that they could distribute food aid provisions to Sudanese children. This camp in central Sudan holds about 2,000 children. Health workers here warn of further complications.
Most of the children here are already suffering malnutrition and health issues, and it's expected to become even more severe. Urgent intervention is needed to fill the gap to prevent a catastrophic situation.
As the conflict in Sudan enters its 4th month, the fighting is expected to spill over into other regions. Millions of children will be in a dire need of humanitarian assistance and will face a growing number of critical health issues. Naba Muhyiddin, CGTN, Al Jazeera State, Sudan.